All right, hey there, this is me, Gav, this is Bick. Let's get to the point. Everything happened to the plan. England wins the toss. Virat Kohli has not won the toss, last time I said, since 1997 when he was like 2 years old. Jofra Archer, everybody loves Jofra Archer, wins the man of the match. Nitin Menon wins man of the match umpire. But Akshar Patel in India brought back to earth. Big bang by England. Ooh, suddenly, Joe Root is not there. Owen Morgan is here and suddenly India brought back to earth. Now, I just want to say that as Virat Kohli already said in an interview before the match started that they're going to be following English pattern, or like he didn't directly say that they were going to do what England is doing, but that's exactly what he was saying. And then when the match started, we realized they're following all England pattern. They rotated the great and heavyweight Rohit Sharma, and then they wanted to go after the bowling from ball one, from the get-go. Now, backfired, nothing, didn't work out. Now, do you think they should just, continue with this, if we can call it an experiment, or because England has been winning everything, that's why they're following their formula? Although India is number 2, and India has been winning from whatever they've been doing. So, what is your opinion?
I think the main concern was their middle order, not middle order, but we have seen before that in T20s they slow down a bit during the middle overs. So I think they're just trying to be aggressive because there are so many batsmen now. Like everyone bats, right? So I think they can try it. But it's just that no one was able to get used to the wicket. They had to spend some time. It's not going after the bowling from ball one doesn't mean that you go after the bowling from ball one. At least you should. This is the first time they're playing T20s in Ahmedabad, so they should have probably spent some time. Yeah, but I think that they can go with that plan for the future games.
Yeah, you know what, Vikram? You didn't watch the match. I was watching it. I can actually tell you that they didn't go after the bowling from get-go, because apart from Virat Kohli, who actually got out trying to play a couple of shots, but the fact that reason he was going after the delivery because he made 0 runs after the first few deliveries, which pretty much everybody does exactly the same thing. If you can't get going, and also it's not like he was the opener. Already wicket had fallen. We had done like 3 runs in 2 overs, so that's something people do naturally. Shikhar Dhawan did not got out because he was scoring very quickly. He just got out because he could not score eventually. He was trying to hit a ball. Rahul got out because he just played a bad shot. It's not because he was trying to do something extraordinary. Now it's only because, see, we humans, as I always say, we are very fairly stupid. So because Virat Kohli had outright come out and spoken that we are going to do this, but they didn't even actually do this. It's just that they got out and it looked like that they were doing this, so it just looks bad. And I agree with you. I think they should go after it, because the reason why they're even coming with this plan is because it's T20. You fill your lineup with batsmen, because if you notice that this guy Sundar came at like 8 down or 7 down or something like that. Even Shardul Thakur came before him. So I think they need to just go after it and just use your brain, use your talent. I just think I think Shikhar Dhawan and even Rahul, they just looked a little bit rusty. I don't know why people look rusty. It's like a mind thing, because you can't be rusty. You must be training forever, right? So you can't really be rusty. Just when you come out, suddenly you don't know what is happening, and suddenly you see so many people speaking in Gujarati. You're like, oh, what's going on in here? So that's what happens when you rotate people so much. Now, what is your opinion of Adil Rashid opening the bowling? Is it just a master stroke, or is it just lucky? Because now when something works, people say it's amazing, but it doesn't work. They're like, oh, that was stupid. But do you really think that was just, it was a hunch he was playing? It was just,
I think it has become a norm nowadays. Everyone opens with a slow bowler. I think India, we opened with a slow bowler, or even if you watch the IPL matches, most of the teams are opening with slow bowlers. So I don't think it was either a masterstroke or a hunch. I think it's just what the teams are doing in T20s.
The only deal was because Adil Rashid had never opened bowling for England, and he's been playing for them. That's the only difference. And I think they kept saying that he bowled because of Shikhar Dhawan. That's why he came in. He ended up getting Virat Kohli, who just trying to hit him everywhere. I think from Virat Kohli, he can just take a couple of deliveries and then just go after it. And I think it will work, because that's how Virat Kohli will make a century. I think Virat Kohli just wanted to make a century.
Yeah, and this has happened all the time. We have seen so many times in IPL also that whenever he tries to be ultra aggressive at the beginning, he fails most of the time. I think he should have realized by now, but he has not. Or maybe it's just, as you said, the scoreboard pressure. There were not many runs made, and Shikhar Dhawan looked completely out of sorts.
He did, right? He did. Yeah. All right, so sticking to Virat Kohli, this is the first time ever he has made back-to-back ducks. Now, is it time for him to learn to bowl off spin just to keep his place? Or Rahane can take over everywhere.
Yeah, I think
Joe
so.
Root.
I think so. He has to do something now because it's getting out of hand. It's failing too
I
many
mean, it's been
times.
forever. The guy
Yeah.
is like the century king, and suddenly you just can't get runs.
Stuck at
It's just been
71.
very weird. It's been very weird.
70, I
He
think.
looks good. It's just that
Yeah.
a lot of time he's just making very low scores. So. All right. So you must be super happy to see Bhuvneshwar Kumar, your favorite boy toy, who returned after a lengthy layoff after he got injured in the very second match in IPL. So he hasn't played forever, and before IPL there were no matches anyway. So
Yeah.
this guy hasn't played in more than a year. This guy's COVID and injury ran way too far, and then he looked fine. You didn't watch
Yeah.
him, but he looked fine just
No,
the
I
way he
did
bowls
watch.
normally.
Yeah.
Didn't.
Later.
Yeah. So yeah, he didn't look completely different, but it's good to have him back, right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely, because he has been, I think, couple of years back before COVID, and before he was not so injury prone. He and Bumrah were the two main bowlers for the Indian team, right? They used to bowl at the end as well. So yeah, good thing
Yeah.
he's back.
Bumrah is trying to get married. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to play test matches, one day, T20, who cares? I'm just going to get married. Just probably better.
That is
if
very strange.
Yeah.
He's like completely gone away. Like he's preparing for marriage, then he'll get married. How? Why does he need so much time? Anyway, yeah.
See, listen, I'm going to get brickbats for this thing in the longer term. I know that. But I keep saying the same thing. Once your stomach is full, and as we are like the Indian people, we are traditional and everything. We just want to get married. It's just that, and it's just not hungry enough, because he's only played Test cricket and everything for like less than 2 years, give or take, but just gotten way too much money, because it's just like crazy amount of money he's made, and he's still going to work hard, but the motivation cannot be the same level. He's already reached number one and everything. He's like, let's get married, let's chillax a little bit. Now, I just wanted a separate question that David Malan is the world number one T20 batsman who went for 1.5 crore. Jason Roy, as you noticed, that was playing very well. He's almost a T20 legend for England. Now, he went unsold. I mean, that says something about IPL auction. Would you call it like super fucking dumb, or you will call it like super fucking insane, or you have another term for that?
No, I think it's just about what he did in the last IPL or something like that. I mean, it's like all there are a lot of permutation combination in IPL. You cannot. I mean, we cannot match the stats, international stats with IPL, because there is another example of Maxwell, who does decently outside IPL, but he just fails in IPL. So I think. Yeah, it's crazy, because now if I go by that logic, then RCB bought him for 14 crores, then that doesn't, the logic defies.
That doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah, so it just, I mean, it can't say anything. It's just insane, yeah, as you said.
Yeah, all you want is like his name should be David Malan, should be David Dhawan, and then he will be bought. And Jason Bachchan, if you name him, then he will be bought. That's how Mohammad Azharuddin got bought, Shah Rukh Khan got bought. That's how you guys want to buy everybody, okay?
Yeah, I think
Right,
there should be a reverse poll pack now. The English players should become Indian citizens to make more money in IPL.
Oh, absolutely. Now, you notice that Pant came out. He came out firing. He was the only person who was firing to start with. Then suddenly he became very cautious, and then he got out. Because I have a feeling, you tell me if you have a different feeling, that if Pant is thinking too much about the, as they say, the game situation, or at all thinking about the game situation, it's not going to work out, because it messes with his brain, because his brain is like more like Sehwag. He's just extremely talented like Sehwag, different kind of talent. But if he starts thinking, then he just gets out. He loses his edge.
Yeah.
And he yesterday lost his edge, and then he lost his wicket.
Yeah, I think, I completely agree. And that's why I think the plan is to just go out and hit everything, because even when he got out, we had so many batsmen, right? So, I think it's for him, his forte is just to go out and play ball by ball, not think about anything else.
Fair enough. So one more question I have. This is a multiple choice question, then we'll talk about the prediction time. Then I have, what do you think was the moment of the match? Do you think Shardul Thakur getting out on a golden duck, coming before Sundar, and then showing his butterfinger by letting go a simple fielding situation for a 4 for Jason Roy, or KL Rahul taking an absolute blinder of Joss Butler, jumping above the boundary rope and then realizing that he can't really, now he can't defy gravity, so he just threw the ball back, saved 4 runs, and there was nobody there to take the catch? Or usually calm as a dead body, Sundar, Washington Sundar. Now I definitely heard him say the word fuck,
Yeah.
and then he accusing Johnny Bairstow of coming in his way,
Yeah.
which is completely ridiculous because
Yeah.
Johnny Bairstow was not coming in. He was just turning
was just
around. What is
standing,
he
yeah,
supposed to do?
yeah.
And the ball is coming right at him. So if anything, he is supposed to evade the ball. And then this guy was just, I've never seen him even speak or actually utter a word, and suddenly he was just angry. And I was like, what the hell just happened? And Nitin Menon was like, all right, bitches. All right, back off, back off. Nitin Menon is like, okay,
now
I'm the
I'm
guy.
now
And
I'm in the
I don't know if
elite.
you noticed that Virat Kohli did not even come in between. He's like, yeah. Just gonna let them fight. I hope he said sorry to him later on or something, because it was not Johnny Bairstow's fault. What do you think was the moment of the match, or you had a separate moment?
Yeah, I think the catch was the moment. Now it has
Definitely,
become
right?
yeah. Now it has become very common. I think in IPL that happened at least twice, if I remember. Last IPL, at least twice.
Yes, yes.
So
And people took it like, oh, twice, 2 times only that same punk from CSK, Faf du Plessis, who got it. Like he was just doing it for fun at one stage,
No,
because
and
he
then there
would
was the
catch
other
himself
guy,
or
Pooran.
passing to other people.
Nicholas
Oh yeah,
Pooran.
Pooran had a more classic one, but this guy was just literally, it seems like he was planning his whole fielding like that. He was just hold on there,
Yeah, correct.
all right, hold
That's
it,
how-
throw it in the air, I'll catch it myself. So yeah, Faf du Plessis was just a legendary for that. So yeah, that happened.
And I think Sundar
all
is just still mad at missing the 100 in the last test
Missing
match.
100, I think that's probably the problem, because he's like, I think Johnny Bairstow would have said, like, said, you made so many runs and you're just upset. I made so many zeros. I'm not upset. This is my chance. Let me get some few runs, man.
Yeah.
So, all right, prediction time. What do you think is going to win the second T20? Give the percentages also.
I think India will win it, because this has been the trend now. Lose the first match and then like come back miraculously in the second one. So I feel,
fair enough.
yeah, I feel, I mean, obviously it will be more competitive, but I just feel that now, since the first match is over and now they'll have some time to ponder over their performances, I think they'll come back. The Indian players will come back strong. So yeah, India.
So I'm going to pick England. I just feel Owen Morgan is just, it's amazing captain. It's just like when he speaks, I've heard him speak. It's no match to Aaron Finch or anybody, because it's not like Aaron Finch and all. They seem like normal. This guy seems like cutthroat. I mean, he's really cutthroat. There is something amazing about him. So India does win this series. I think that will count. I normally won't even count a T20 series, but if you can beat Owen Morgan, even in India, I think that counts, because Owen Morgan is bloody smart. He knew what they were going to do and he smashed them at it. Obviously, when the plans work, it looks good. But if Owen Morgan loses the series, I will be hats off to India, and also to Virat Kohli as well. Hopefully, he doesn't make more zeros in this series, because otherwise, everybody will want Rahane to be the captain for everything.
Yeah,
all right.
correct.
Now we doubled. Yeah. That's all from us. So what we're doing in this podcast is, like, right now we're recording right now. Next part, which will come together, which will be recorded. So we're going to do a time leap, time travel, just like Ekta Kapoor soap operas, when they do just jump and suddenly people become older and all. And then suddenly we'll know that if our predictions were right for the second test, because one of us will be wrong unless it's a tie and then as a super over. I'm pretty sure some result is going to come out. So either going to be Vikram or I are going to be incorrect. Obviously, people are watching most of the Indian. They're like, oh, we rather have Vikram to be correct. I also want him to be correct, because series will be more open. Otherwise, it'll be like, okay, 2-0, this is looking bad, weirdly looking. So I really hope it's a very good match. I'm just slightly leaning towards England 60-40. And yeah, so let's jump to the second T20 in like flash. All right, I just realized my prediction was incorrect, but my wishes were true, and it was like the Indianness just came through, and now it's 1-1, match is just finished, we have no notes, we're just going to be doing on the fly. People are like, oh, you can't do it on the fly, you got to prepare. If Donald Trump can manage United States for 4 years and also want to manage for the next 4 years on the fly, we can do it too, it's okay, it's not a big deal. All right, what the hell just happened today? But give it to India that they stuck to the same game plan, that we're not going to be India, we're going to be England only. And Rohit Sharma, has he become like a red ball specialist suddenly? He's like, I'm just going to play red ball.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be like, play Ishan Kishan. Just take some players from my Mumbai team. They're like amazing.
Mumbai team, I think that's
They're
what it's all about.
It's like bhai ke bete aa gaye, bhai ke bache aaye hain. So it was pretty neat. The only disappointment, I think, for India this match would be a big duck by the only player who is supposedly the best player in the team, KL Rahul. And after that, Kishan comes in, and you have to give it to Kishan, because see, Kishan is so underrated. Until 2020 IPL, people were like, yeah, he's thereabouts, but nobody really talked about him. But it's just, I notice him whenever it comes to Open, one thing that matters, I think all these players, Bikram, have talent. India has billion people. A lot of people have a lot of talent. What matters is your mindset, is your belief. But Ishan Kishan comes out, this guy has the belief, and today when he came out to bat as well, you can actually feel it. But I don't know if you're watching the whole match, but I noticed Surya Kumar Yadav, as good he is, but there were some nerves in the field, right? He dropped I would not call it a sitter, but he was not positioned very well. And the second catch which he took of Johnny Bairstow, which was a sitter, he almost dropped it, luckily caught it. And then eventually, obviously, I think this guy Ben Stokes dropped an absolute sitter of Ishan Kishan. Ishan Kishan goes on to make half centuries, and he gets umpire's call. But I think it was Ishan Kishan all the way. I don't know who's gotten the man of the match, but right off my head, unless I'm just missing, did he get it? I don't know who got it. Who is on the match? Man of the match.
No, it's
man of the match.
It's still going on.
It's still going on. Okay. They still haven't decided. Okay, fair enough. So, who do you think should be man of the match? Is there somebody else as well? He has to be.
No, I think it's a full team.
Eventually, they'll give it to Virat Kohli because it was not out of 73. I guess I think there's a contractual thing. You can't give it to the whole team. You can't say, Rishabh Pant, I'll take it. I'll take it. I took that catch. Remember, very good catch. Owen Morgan, very catch. It was difficult. I could have dived.
No, I think Ishan Kishan might get it. But I would also like to point out the bowlers because they really didn't let England reach 180 because I think at 10 overs they were like 80 for 2 or something.
I completely agree with you. I thought they were going to make 195 the way they were playing.
Yeah, so and Jason Roy, I saw him getting frustrated. He was so frustrated, he was not able to hit the ball, and credit really goes to the bowlers as well. So I know the batsmen just came in and just completely knocked England out, but the bowling was the thing which actually set it up for India.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the bowling card, and it's just how women say sometimes we are syncing our menses. That's how they become best friends. That's what they say in Sex and the City, right? So Washington Sundar and Shardul Thakur have bowled 4 overs each, given 29 runs, taken 2 wickets. Economy is same, obviously. Economy is going to be same. Luckily, the only difference is he's given 11 dot balls and this guy's given 10. But their menses were really, really in sync. I mean, Bhuvneshwar Kumar gave 28 runs. He could have just given 1 extra run. He could have also but he was okay, no, 2 is enough. We're not going to make Sex in the City here, right? But yeah, I think Hardik Pandya bowled. He was very good. Rajuvendra Chahal went for a few runs, but I think that's understandable the way he bowls. Sometimes he's going to get more wickets. Sometimes he's going to go for runs. He always does go for runs. Overall, a classic performance. It's just every single time, as you said. I thought this time it's going to break, right? The cycle of losing the first match. It just doesn't seem to break. This is the way we do it. In fact, now we just I can always say they're almost literally fucking with the opposition by saying okay, let you, we'll just show you a little carrot, and we're so good, and suddenly we'll come back and thump you and spank you all over the ass.
Yeah, correct. And again, I don't know why they. England. Mark Wood was not playing. I didn't see the squad before the match, and I was hoping when is he coming to bowl, right? Because Sam Curran came, then Tom Curran came. I said, okay, where is this guy? Because he bowled really well in the last match, and for some reason he was dropped again. So yeah,
who was dropped?
That's Mark Wood.
No, Mark was not dropped. He pulled up after the first match.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. I did my study here. I was so sorry. I was distracted because of the dogs, and also I was just trying to read who the man of the match is. But yeah, I just who got dropped. Yeah, he didn't get dropped. It says he pulled up after the first match. So it was a forced change. Obviously, nobody loves Tom Curran that much. It's not like Sam. Is he Sam Curran's brother? Really? What is the deal? Are they real brothers, or they cousin or something, like uncle ka beta types?
I think they're real brothers.
They're real brothers. I will Google that while I ask you a question. What else? Oh, I'll not even ask you a question. I'll just ask you what you want to talk about.
They are real brothers.
They're real brothers. Yeah. You already found us. So we are all Googling. Everybody knows Google. All right. So I think both of the matches were won by the bowlers. You're dead right. I actually thought that England is going to like go on a rampage. But the fact is that Ben Stokes, you talked about Jason Roy, but it was Ben Stokes who just couldn't get going, and Owen Morgan was looking good and he could have exploded but never exploded, and he got out because of brilliant catch. Because now everything Pant does is like amazing. It's like so amazing. It was beautiful. Pant was not showing off. That's why he didn't dive. That was a total dive catch. So and David Malan they didn't let David Malan play very well. Joss Butler got on a duck. I mean, it's like a ritual right now. Right now, you notice like from a lot of series, one of the opener has to just go out on a duck, and possibly if they can golden duck would be wonderful. So we obviously returned the favor. Rahul said, let me just waste 6 deliveries, then I'll get out. I didn't see how he got out, but Sam Curran got him out. He's like, all right. Dhoni was very happy. Dhoni was like, this is our formula now, Sam Curran. This is how we're gonna do it. This is how we do it. So I think Virat Kohli today, after 2 back-to-back ducks, I think he really wanted to make a century, but I mean the score was not enough. So it's just he's going to say in the conference, like, it's like, listen, I was going to make a century, but England just didn't bat well enough. I don't know what to do, what to do in that situation. So there's nothing I could do. But I think Rahul, I don't know what is the situation happening. If even Rohit Sharma is there, I have not really read it. Like, is he even there? Like, has he just gone home to his wife or something, or what's happened? So
no, he's there. I saw him congratulating Ishan Kishan.
So obviously they're deliberately not playing him. He's also like that. Yeah. He's in the loop. Maybe, I'm just saying, okay, I'm just going to say this is controversial, but maybe he just failed the fitness test. I don't know. He probably did. He probably failed the fitness test. I'm pretty fucking sure he failed the fitness test. Because the wild card is supposed to be there and nobody wants to say it. And people are like, listen, we're just not going to talk about it. Because see, now other people, Chakravarti and all these people are saying, listen, what is this, double standards? No pun intended, the double part. Because they have double chin and double bellies. This is like, why is this guy doing it? I want to see this guy do it. Can somebody send me a video of this guy doing it? So I think they're just saying like, let's not play Rohit Sharma. Rohit's like, okay, fine. I'm just going to sit. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to be like the big gangster. And I'm going to sit here. You guys going to win anyway. So this is going to be interesting. Shikhar Dhawan did not play today. I think they're just going to rotate and try to like see who fits better. But I think I'm really impressed by Ishan. Not just because he played very well today. But it's just in general that there's something about Ishan, and I honestly think I never even thought about this guy. For me, this guy never even existed until like pre-COVID days. For his entire life. This guy was like, who, Ishan, who? Like, I don't know. And then suddenly this guy is there. Surya Kumar did not get to bat, but that's understandable because the way we were playing, and then Ishan got stuck in. But if Ishan had gotten out, they could have actually sent Surya Kumar because he does one down, right, for Mumbai.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
and it just tells you that Ishan Kishan is from the same team with same under-19 team he was with Pant. So it's actually very good for Pant that he performed before the series, because otherwise he would have been in real pressure. Because if Ishan Kishan is playing like this, and he has been playing well even in IPL. So, because if you remember in this Australia series, Pant was not even picked. So there was a real chance for Ishan to actually come in for the T20s as the Indian wicketkeeper. And they even tried Sanju Samson, which didn't work out. So, yeah, good.
Yeah, I think Sanju Samson is probably end for Sanju Samson when the recent... Okay, Ishan Kishan has been given man of the match. As they call it now, player of the matches. Everything has become more fancier these days. Have you noticed that? I was looking at man, they were like, what man? There is nobody man. And then suddenly I type man and the
gender neutral.
Yeah, advertisement comes up and the Salman Khan is there in the advertisement. He's selling some fucking Realme shit for 29,999. I was like, man comes in like Salman is here. We have Salman. Then suddenly player. So I was typing. I knew these fuckers must have done player of the match. Something. So player, then the player comes in, Ishan's pictures, and his picture looks like he's like one of those people who like, just like in the 90s, they used to have like 7:30, they're like Gumshuda, Rang Gehua, Ye Bacha, 15 Brihaspativar se. That's what they used to say. They won't even say Thursday or like what Brihaspativar se रात्रि के 7:30 बजे से गुमशुदा है. इनको अगर कहीं मिले तो हमें लेटर लिखिए. What kind of procedure was that? Letter लिखिए मेरे को. So like this is not working out, is it? That's why we never found anybody who was lost. Okay, this is impromptu thing is actually working out fine because I wasn't sure what I'm going to say. I don't know what else to talk about. I think both matches are won by the bowlers and everything's going to be still in Motera. They're probably going to change the color scheme of the soil because they have like all the rainbow colors now. We have all the Narrowleg should be sponsoring this shit. So because they have so many colors. So next match is going to be interesting. I was slightly worried, to be fair, because the way England came out, and I have extreme respect for Owen Morgan. But today India did come out sharp, and I think one of the things is that people criticize, but unlike the teams of the past who will like, okay, this did not work, we should not do this. They don't rely on results; they rely on process, and there is a reason why England wins because it's only 20 overs. See, the deal is that if you go after everybody for 20 overs, so that means everybody has only 2 overs and you still can't go after and you still get out. That is not to do with your like playing badly. That has to do with like you just don't have the ability for it. Because right now, if you notice, this guy comes out, Rishabh Pant, they had already won the match. But then the point was like, should you just go out and start taking a singles and maybe give them that one fleeting chance or just go after a couple of deliveries? You're going to hit 2-3 6, then you will get out. And by the time you get out, match will be already over. That's exactly what happened. And right now, because the form he is in he rather go out and play because last time as a complaint that he came out firing, that he just went into his shell, started thinking about the situation, and then it does not work for him. As I said, he loses that edge. Today he had the edge. When he came out, there's new batsman. But this is a great team. This is the Australian team also. Whenever they used to lose a wicket, and then next you're like, then you're like, no, this guy's going to murder us even more. So sometimes it doesn't work. It used to get worse and worse. And I'm talking about one day international. It used to get worse. If they lose a wicket, next person comes out even beats them even more. It's like, what are we supposed to do here? If you get somebody out, the next person even beats us more. So that's exactly what happened today. And I think India thoroughly deserved the victory. But I completely agree that I actually thought England will put up 190, 195 on the board, but really they choked them. They really choked them, and your boy Bhuvneshwar Kumar was excellent. I think every delivery where he was bowling was at a different angle, different pace. He's become the variation Kumar, Varieshwar Kumar, and he is really good for that matter. And Hardik Pandya also bowling, Yuzvendra. I think everybody was spot on, and our batting today, I mean, you can't go wrong 2 times in a row. But I think after England put in like 160, how much did they put? 164 on the board. But I did have a feeling when England were playing, the pitch was not perfectly amazing. But I do believe that pitch actually gets better in the second innings.
Because of the dew.
Because of dew and everything. It just does get better. The ball comes out even better. And I think toss is still playing. Oh, by the way, Virat Kohli won the toss after 24 years.
Yeah.
This was I think he started crying right the moment he was like, okay, this is not happening. He in fact asked to see the coin again. He's like, are you sure? Like this is like, are you sure? Or you're gonna be like, don't change the plan. Like in the football, they do VAR and suddenly it's like, oh sorry, there was a reflection. It's changed, and suddenly everybody's like, he was jumping. He was like, I won it. People like, what is happening? People don't realize he hasn't won a toss in like 2 decades. This is an emotional moment. In fact, it was a moment bigger than his first child. It was just great. It was a huge meltdown situation. Anushka wanted to come and hug him, like, the old Cadbury's ads. But they was like, okay, probably that's going to go too far. But, they had to chain her in, and then because of COVID restrictions. All right. So what is the prediction of the next match? When is the next match? I think it's having thick and fast, right?
Yeah. I think it's on Tuesday. It should be on Tuesday.
Should be on Tuesday. I never say should be anything on Tuesday. What is today? Today is Sunday, right? So next is 16. Yeah, you're dead right. So everything is actually in couple of days. So 16th, 18th and 20th. Right now the Pune thing has not moved. They're sticking with it. But I wouldn't be surprised if they move because of the crowd situation, because I think that's a lot of money at stake. If they can play somewhere else, which people are like, all right, Motera. Like,
they can just keep playing in Motera.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of loss, right? If they can't get people in, and Motera is a big stadium, they're actually able to, the fact that it's so big, even if half occupancy means like a lot of people will be there, that actually makes a lot of difference. And one day international is actually throughout the day. So it's not, you can get even more people because, one day some people just keep coming. as it comes on. And I think I'm sure all of them are day night. So this can be a very anybody can keep coming in whenever they feel like. So this is going to be pretty big. So I won't be surprised they actually put everything in Ahmedabad or somewhere else where they can get the crowd in, because I mean you can imagine 30,000 crowd coming in. That is a lot of receipts and money. So I don't think they should. And also it's just better to have crowd. Yeah, Vikram, you don't want to play with no crowd on. If you have a choice, you would always do it. And plus the advantage India if they can have the crowd. So I don't think so that they will actually want to have no crowds if they have an option to have crowds, both monetarily and both the home crowd advantage in the first place. And we have noticed that when the crowd comes in, regardless wherever India plays, it's always home crowd. It's
true.
like Australia, where are the Australian people? It's like nobody showed up. It's like all Indian people, and they were breaking all the COVID rules everywhere. It's like hugging, kissing everyone. It was just hilarious. Nobody can control them, and only 6 Australians who showed up. Then Siraj made sure that they were kicked out for racism. By the way, later found out that they were not racist. This has been declared, and they said we could not find the actual people. They were the wrong people, and now we are actually trying to find who the real people are. And now I think the people who were pointing at those people, all the other Aussies, like these are the fuckers who were doing it. And same with Siraj. Siraj got confused because Siraj, just like all the Indian people, think all the white people look exactly the same. Just the way we think all the Northeast people look all the same and everything. So and the black people all look the same. So he got confused and they got kicked out. The real racists stayed indoors, but then they started chanting for India just to save their own asses. So everybody was Indian supporter. So 100% support for India, and it really did work out in Australia eventually, for that matter. So let's look forward to the next match, and hopefully that's also a cracker like this. And not a cracker, but I'm looking for a close game. That'll be nice, right? It'll be nice. It's nice to see India winning and having the series 1-1. But next match has to be a cracker, and that will really, series will be wide open after next match. Let's see what happens.
Over.
Yeah, super over. Give us the super over. Give Jasprit Bumrah is getting married, so I don't know, like somebody else, Surya, I don't know. Yuzvendra Kumar will come in, maybe Hardik, I don't know. So yeah, we'll figure out. But good to have Virat Kohli back, and good to have Ishan Kishan. So that's first man of the match, and good luck to England and India for the next match, and we'll be back soon. Till then, take care, keep doing whatever you're doing. Bye now.
Bye.